Guys, you can hear me, right? So actually, this drawing will help us in understanding the technical words. This will be the main palace and this will be a gate. So now let's get started. So before all that, let me introduce myself. Myself, Abhishek. I am a security researcher. I am doing first year computer science and engineering in Shastra, and I am also leading OS Shastra. I am basically a web application penetration tester and a bug hunter. I have been acknowledged from Google, Zoho, and Xiaomi and some more companies for finding bugs in their live websites. I am also a CTF player in Sophisticated Society of Delinquents, which is actually top 15th in India and 141 in the world. I also work as a backend developer at Mayon Technologies in Europe. So, so this is about me, and let's get started. So first of all, let's get started with what is OASP. OASP is like it's a non-profit association. So OASP is a non-profit association. So we'll be actually doing contribution to the community in improvement of security and its applications. So it is like when we are taking the fort example, we can take it as we'll be just improving the defense of this fort so that it is safer from the enemies. So this is what we do in OAS, and you guys would be thinking that our Discord community is somewhat silent. But what we think is, if you guys get started in speaking with others, you could actually make new friends and you could learn together. It is not that you should learn one. You should speak only about cybersecurity. You can talk about anything. Don't feel awkward to speak. Just feel free to speak anything. Be strictly extrovert. It will be fine. So, so coming to the topic, what does really hacking mean? So, what do you guys think actually hacking means? Just put up in chat box. Guys, what do you think really hacking means? Just tell what do you think it does. Use the chat box. I am waiting for your answers. So yeah, many of them are saying getting unauthorized access. Yeah, short routes. Hacking is using the resource efficiently. So actually hacking means exploiting something. It is actually irrespective from computer. It could be anything. It is like just exploiting something in a way to gain access. So it could be breaking a door or tricking a person. It is like just to exploit something and get advantage. Could you please turn off the video? Vasist? So, can you see my notepad? Is that visible? So what is hacking? It is just like exploiting something, and it is just irrelevant with computers. We could not say hacking is only related with computers. It is actually related with everyone. Hacking is everywhere. It could be breaking a door, like if you want. Mm, so let me go with the next question. So the next question would be legal or illegal. You would be thinking. So what do you basically think hacking is legal or illegal? Both. Hacking various techniques depends on the usage. So actually, yeah. So some of the answers are correct. It is both. Taking the fourth example, we could say that hacking is legal and illegal. So let's say I'm going to enter into this palace, overcoming all the security defense and entering to the main place. If I do with the permission, it is legal. If I do with no permissions, and that is illegal. So hacking is generally legal and illegal. So it depends upon the person who is doing that. So you get my point, right? Hacking is both legal and illegal. Yeah, actually hacking is illegal when you are going to use that for your personal advantage. So these are the words which you generally encounter when you are coming to this field, like black hat, white hat, gray hat, and script kiddies. So let me just simply explain what they are. Black hat is like hacking something and using it for personal advantage. So black hat is like simply using it for your personal usage, and it is like using it for personal advantage. Like a thief is using for stealing money, and white hat is like the right opposite to black hat, and he will not use it for his personal advantage. He will be using it for his using it in a good way to secure a company or something. Gray hat is like in between both of them. He will be given with a limited access, and he could use it in a black hat way or in a white hat way. It will be in middle with both of them. So taking the fourth example, we could say that entering the palace with permission is white hat, entering the palace without permission is black hat, and entering the palace, and let's say he has got only the permission to enter the reception, and if he tries to enter into the main place where he actually breaks the rule, that place comes to known as gray hat, where he actually does both legal and illegal things. Yeah, I will send the notepad thing. So it is just like taking hints, and you will actually understand everything which I say. Okay. So coming to the main segment of this session, how to learn ethical hacking. Sorry, I missed to explain about script kiddies. So script kiddies are like, we could call them as cringe level hackers. So simply they actually don't know what they are doing. They'll be just using the tools which are available on internet and scripts which are available on internet, and just use that for their personal advantage, um which is like they would actually don't know what is actually going on. They will just use the tools which are actually available. These are the people called as script kiddies, and it is not actually a uh, better way to get into this field as a script kiddie, because you will actually don't know what is going on. You could not proceed in this field in deeper, because you should understand each and every functionality to know what is actually going on. So coming to the main segment of this session, how to learn ethical hacking. So actually I forgot to put the disclaimer before. Let me put it here for my. So everything thought here is only for educational purpose, and me and my team is never responsible for any damages caused by you. So coming to the question, how to learn ethical hacking. Let's actually break this question down. So guys, tell me, what is ethical hacking? White hat. Yeah, white hat is also answer. Some other answers, please. Legal, good way of doing hack. So yeah, so it is simply like we could break this word into two: ethical, legal, hacking. So it is a legal way of exploiting things. So this can be simply said as ethical hacking. So now in this segment, let me actually address the question which you will be simply asking to every cybersecurity professionals: how to learn hacking, where to start, do I really need programming skills to start with hacking, can a biology student start or do hacking, can a 40 plus guy could do hacking. So these are the questions which I will be addressing and answering each and every question, so that you will be clear upon this question and you will not ask it again. So now we know about what ethical hacking is meaning. So it is a legal way of exploiting things. So now let's take Fort as the example, and our aim is to break into main place. So this is our aim, and to do this, what should we actually know? Could anyone guess it? Guys, our aim is to break into the palace, and what should one do to do that? Key to open the gate, loophole. So the correct way of thinking is, we should know how the palace is built. How the fort is built. So if we don't know how the fort is built, we could not actually break into. We will get stuck in some place where we would not proceed. So first of all, we should know how the palace is built. Then we should know about the security mechanisms which are held here. Like it would have a double layered wall and current fences. So like that, there would be lot of security mechanism that would have been implemented in the fort to prevent the enemies getting in. So we should know this before we should know this. Then only we could actually succeed in breaking into the palace. So our aim is to break into the palace, and now we know that we should know how to build the palace and how the palace is built, and we should also get to know what are the security mechanism and defenses that are implemented. So this will simply answer how to learn hacking. You could take this example as learning hacking. Like if you want to break a web application, you should know how to build a web application. So once you get to know about learning once you get to know about learning and building of a web application, you will know how a website is built, and then you could actually modify, and then you could actually learn where the weak points are. You will actually know it when you build it. So do you understand it? First of all, we should know how the target is built. Then we should analyze the defense and security mechanisms. We could actually learn this through practical way only. So to exploit a web application, you should know how to build a website so that you will know how the target would have been built, and then you could actually analyze how the security mechanism would have been implemented. Because when you try to build it, you will also encounter the error which the companies are facing. So you could also analyze the defense that might have been implemented in the target. So this is the core way of start learning hacking. And again, there would be a question like, do we need programming language? So do you guys know what is programming language? What does a programming language do? Guys, use the comment box, please. Machine to do some work in a specific format language. So yeah, actually some of the answers are correct. It is a medium to interact with the machine. Programming language is a way to interact with machine. Like, you could actually take an example as it is your personal assistant. The works which you are doing now, that should be done by your personal assistant. It is like instructing a machine to do what you pretend to do. So this is what a programming language basically does. Now you could get the answer for the question. Is the programming language necessary? Let's see. Guys, tell me, is programming language necessary for hacking? No need to master, but necessary. What I feel. So yeah, actually it is necessary. If you don't know programming language, you will not be able to communicate with a machine. So you will be unable to modify modify an attack which you want to do. You will fail in that case because you particularly don't know what does a programming language is doing. So coming to the other questions, does a biology student can learn hacking? Yes, biology student can learn hacking. So the basic requirement is that he or she should be able to understand what are the processes basically going on. Once he or she understands it, he could also be able to do that. And also 40 plus uncles also can learn hacking, because the same requirement for them also, they should be able to understand everything. Once you get to understand what is being going on, and then you could start with hacking. The place where to start hacking is like, you could read books, blogs, watch videos, or anything you prefer. You could actually start with anything which is suitable for you. In my case, I will actually read a book, but it would be differing from person to person. So guys, if the meeting ends, kindly rejoin to the same link so that you'll get to the meeting again. We got a time limit of 40 minutes, I guess. So if the meeting gets, please join again. So coming back to the slide, So now I have answered how to learn ethical hacking. We should know how the target is built. Then we should analyze how to. Then we should analyze how the defense and security mechanism that would have been built, and programming language is basically necessary to learn hacking. And you could start with any books, videos, or anything you prefer. So guys, when you are learning a technical blocks, you will be actually encountering these words, and let me explain it with the example so that you will be understanding what ethical hacking, what are these words actually mean. So exploit is like something which is a way to attack the target. So taking the fourth example, uh, the way to enter in, the way to overcome the security mechanism is known as exploiting, and vulnerabilities or a bug is actually known as the weakness which is present in the target. The weakness of the target can be technically called as vulnerabilities or bugs. Bot is just a computer which it can be simply told as a computer which does the work without user interaction. Payload can be explained with a gun. Let's take gun as an example. And in a gun, bullet would be the main thing to attack enemy. So bullet is generally known as the payload. It is a string or something which is used to attack the target. That is called as payload. There is something called 0-day attack, which actually means that the product owner itself doesn't know that there is something vulnerable in their product. Like let's say this prison is built with a strong iron rod, and the attacker comes to know that this strong iron rod is actually naturally weak. Then this will be a 0-day attack, that product owner doesn't know this is weak, and he is thinking that it is strong, but actually it is weak. And this place is known as 0-day attack, where attacker comes to know a vulnerability that is non known to the producer, or the product owner. So hack value can be simply said as, is it worth doing. Let's say I am getting into the prison. uh, there should be any use case, like if I enter the prison, I should do something inside. uh, if it is not worth it, the hack value will be less, and if it worth doing, the hack value will be high. Coming to the word patch is like fixing a weakness in a system. It can be simply called as patch. So disclosure is like just putting the information in public, can be simply said as disclosure. Like we know that the iron rod used in the fort is actually weak, right? If the attacker puts this publicly available, everyone would get to know that this iron rod is weak, and this is the place where disclosure comes to action. So actually these are the basics of ethical hacking. Once you understand this, you will be actually able to get into the technical stuffs. I would be happy to hear the questions from your side, and let me address it. Guys, you could ask the questions in the comment in the chat box. So there are lot of web application bugs. You should so DVWA is actually a vulnerable application where you could actually try to practically try and get to know things. It is like a lab where you could actually test the things. what are some resources to learn? Yeah, so resources to learn ethical hacking is like you could learn books, blogs, videos, or something. I could actually recommend a book called Hacking Art of Exploitation. It is actually a good book where you could actually. So it is actually a good book where you could actually know what are the basics of this field, and you could actually get to know about it. How to write a vulnerability. So when coming to a vulnerability report, our aim is to write a vulnerability report to the respective company and get the awareness of them. So let's take an example. In a vulnerability report, actually everything related to the particular vulnerability should be mentioned. There will be a title, there will be a severity, which is like the hack value which I said. If the particular vulnerability causes a heavy damage to the target company, the severity would be high. And if it doesn't cause much damage to the company, the criticality will be low. So these are the things will be in a vulnerability report, and there will be steps to reproduce the vulnerability. Once you get to know about a site is vulnerable, you should be able to write the steps to encounter that vulnerability. And these are the main elements that would be existing in a vulnerability report. You should actually conclude with the impact of the bug which you have found. Like if you get a sensitive information, you should tell how could a attacker use that in an advantage, in a good way. Sorry, how a attacker could use that in a malicious way. What if we don't know how the defense is built? Then how can we hack? Is it possible? So actually, yeah, you should know how the target is built. Like, let's say if you are going to build a website, you will know what are the weakest part would be. Once you know about that, you will be able to find the target application defenses also. Let's say uh, you are encountering a bug. The same bug would be encountered by the target application also. It would have been fixed in some way, so that if you are able to overcome the fix, it is a bug. There are a lot of ways you could find the defense mechanism existing in a web application. Is it safe to use WAM server to set our PCS? You could actually host it in your local system and test it. Yeah, it is safe only because it is in your local system only. Vulnerability report. Actually, right, when you are learning ethical hacking, you are actually learning it to find the vulnerabilities, and you should your way your and your work is to actually report it to the respective company. Vulnerability report is a formal way of submitting the report to the respective company. For example, so what is the example are you trying to get, Hariharan? Hariharan, are you there? You are asking for an example. Can you brief the question? Yeah, Ajax request without authorization header can be made by everyone. I guess this audience won't understand too technical stuffs. Actually, they are getting into the field right now. So you could ask this question to me in personal so that I will answer this question to you. So shall we go with a practical example? I will teach you how to test a web application. I will let you know the basic terms which is actually required here. So actually all the web applications usually work with HTTP protocol. It is a protocol which is used to access the web applications. Let's break down this so that everyone would be able to understand. When taking a web page, we can put that into three parts. That will be the data segment, the styling segment, the behavior. The behavior. Actually, the data is been sent to a web page with HTML. Styling is basically done with CSS, and behavior is done with JavaScript. So in this way, we could actually break down a web page into three parts. The bugs usually arise at this behavior segment, and sometimes in data segment when there are critical data which needs to be private or being leaked in public. Basically, a site interacts with the users in a way of request and response. So we are in a site called developer.mozilla.org. I will show you where the. So I am requesting this site to give me these details, and these are the request site is sending. So you can see that the requested URL, that is the URL which we actually required. And here there is a method called get. Get is a method which is used in a web application to fetch the resources from the server. There are a lot of different request methods, and get is a basic request method that is actually done with the request to fetch the resources around. So here there is a header called cookie. Cookie is something like it is a unique identifier and it is a authorization header. So cookie is something like it is an authorization header. It is generally used to identify that let's say I am using this browser. Actually, I am identified using my unique cookie. Cookie is something like it is a unique identifier for every user and get authenticated into the site. So in this way, you could actually basically analyze how the request and response works. We saw that requested URL is developer.mozilla.org, and its path. Once this data is requested, the Mozilla server will respond with the requested data. So these are the data which are present here. It has been sent by the server once we request it. So this is a basic way in you could actually understand how a request and response works in a web application. Hope you guys understand what I said. If there is any doubt, kindly ask in the chat box. Yeah, no issues. Guys, are you there? Actually, do you understand what I said? If there is any doubts, you could actually ask me here. Cookie, a piece of text stored in computer to identify and give access to the resource from the server. Yeah. Can you please summarize what you told now? Yes, I will summarize. Yes, understood. So let me summarize what I said from the beginning. So first of all, we saw what is hacking. Hacking is something exploiting a target. Hacking is like exploiting something. Hacking is both legal and illegal. It actually depends upon the person who is doing it. We are breaking down the ethical hacking word into two, where ethical is legal and hacking is exploiting. It is a legal way of exploiting things. To learn ethical hacking, we should know how the target is built. We should then analyze the defense and security mechanism which is implemented. We should know programming. We should know programming to interact with the machine and make our attack good enough. And these all could be started from reading books, videos, or anything you prefer. You could actually, if you want to get into web application ethical hacking, by building a website and see how it works. You could learn the frameworks. You could learn the frameworks like Node.js, Django, Python framework, Django. These are good and latest frameworks which would help you in a good way for your job also, and it will also help you in understanding a web application. Then a person asked me what is a vulnerability report. Vulnerability report is like a report which you are going to write the steps to find a vulnerability which is present in the product, the title of the vulnerability and its impact on finding it. And then we saw that how a web page is made. We broke into three parts like data segment, styling segment, and behavior segment. Most of the bugs arise at data and behavior segment. So like sensitive data getting leaked in data segment and malicious behavior could cause a security issue. These are the main security issues causing in a web page. And basically a web page works with request and response mechanism. And we also saw the basic HTTP headers which are used to get a resource from the server. Can you summarize? When we open a web page, they ask us to accept it. Yeah, you could actually accept the cookies. It is actually asking you that because it needs to use your local storage to store some data. That is why it is actually asking you. It is not harmful unless the site is genuine. So guys, if there are very advanced doubts, you could actually contact me through Discord channel. I will be available there. What is current different cats and cookie? Cookie is a unique identifier. It is a unique identifier for each and every users. They are actually used to identify who you are. And catch is like let's say I'm requesting this resource again and again. like I'm requesting this resource again and again, right? At this place, it could actually cause the server to fetch the same thing again from the server. To avoid this, there is a mechanism called caching, which would actually save this data so that a call to server is avoided and the load is balanced. Catch this. Is there any other doubts which so actually I'm done with the session. Will you conduct lecture? Yeah, we'll be conducting the sessions regularly from now on. Actually, we and our team were somewhat busy, so that we could not conduct it regularly. We'll try to have the session regularly for 2 or 3 times a month. We'll try to do that. So these are the basic things which you have to know so that you would get to know hacking in good way. Bro, can you just brief about what? So security engineer is like they would be finding the security vulnerabilities and fixing them. This is actually a way. This is the main work for them. They would be actually working on developing the security of the target applications. No, what should be read? So it actually depends on you. You could start with a book or a blog or something. Like virus vulnerability. Actually, the word which you have mentioned is not a right way of mentioning. Penetration testing. It is called as penetration testing, where a security analyst tries to test all the vulnerabilities and find the weakness of the points. You recommend what to start with. So you could actually start with reading a books. Reading books. You could also try to build web application. So on my personal opinion, I actually work as a backend developer. Once I learned backend developing, I actually understood lot of the inner mechanism which is actually going on. So if you learn development also, it will be a good way of approaching. I would be happy to hear feedback from your side. You could actually unmute and speak. Yes, yeah, I will send the Discord group link. Got to know about many. No, actually, this is not a course. Actually, we are taking a session. To improve your security knowledge. So first I explained that what OWASP actually means. So OWASP is a non-profit organization where we actually bring in cyber security enthusiasts and improve them. Thank you. Yeah. It was easy step above. Yeah. So So we are also available on social media. OASP Shastra is available on Instagram and Twitter. You could actually contact them there. We are also available in a Discord group. I will share the link now. And also I am available in Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. If you have any kind of doubts, you could actually contact me there. Guys, if you post the question visible to everyone so that everyone could understand it. Bro, I'm new to all these things. Can I improve my knowledge? Yeah, a new person could improve the knowledge. Yes, you could do that.
No.
Actually, you could not trust the torrent links. So it is neither safe nor unsafe. Is there any other doubts, guys, so that I could answer it before ending this session? About hacking, how do I? Yeah, so actually you should learn how the like I said, just learn how the target, like what do you mean by hacking? I explained you what hacking means. It doesn't mean computers alone, it is everywhere. Can we check the safety of? So, so I will share all the things which we use now. I will share the slide. I will share the things which I drew here and the things which I wrote here. I will share it, share everything in the Discord. Yeah, one of the support team guy has shared the link to Discord. Please join there. So guys, start using Discord. Start speaking with other people. Ask your doubts there so that you could improve your knowledge. So everyone with is clear with this session. So I guess we could end this. I would like to thank my support team who have been working on this session for last 2 days. And thank you. Bye guys.